What is a 3D waterfall plot? Whether you need good help, a genius writer, a brainy tutor, or a data wizard, Intudo4U has them all. It's like having a research dream team on demand. And if you are new here, then subscribe now for more amazing video just like that.
Is a spectral waterfall plot. Well, it's pretty clever. It takes a whole bunch of 2D datasets. You can think of them as audio frequencies or maybe vibration measurements, and it stacks them one behind the other. This stacking creates this awesome 3D illusion, which lets an engineer see exactly how a signal is changing over time or speed, or really any other factor. And here's a perfect real-world example of one in action. This plot is actually from a study on propeller shaft vibrations. See, each one of those lines represents the vibration at a different frequency, and those peaks, they show which modes are the most active. An engineer can just glance at this and instantly spot potential problems, like design flaws or resonance issues that could cause a total failure. It's an incredibly powerful diagnostic tool. And it's definitely not just for propeller shafts. You'll find these plots all over the place in science and engineering. I'm talking audio engineers analyzing sound, mechanics testing engines, even radio astronomers who are visualizing signals from deep space. They're everywhere once you know what to look for. So for the engineer, the waterfall part is pretty literal, right? It's that beautiful cascade of data that just seems to flow away from you in 3D space. Okay, now let's switch gears completely and look at our second suspect, where the whole metaphor takes on a very, very different shape. Okay, we are now entering a completely different world, finance and business. In this field, the term waterfall plot means something that looks a lot more like a bar chart. In fact, people often just call it a bridge chart. And its job is super specific. It tells the story of how a value changes over a period. So you start with a total, let's say last quarter's profit. Then you add the good stuff, like new sales, and you subtract the bad stuff, like costs and expenses. Each one of those steps is its own bar, and together they create a bridge that gets you to your final number. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. A chart that looks almost identical exists in the world of oncology. This quote from a medical journal explains that it's used to show how individual patients are responding to a drug. So here, each bar is a single person, not a financial category. And that difference is absolutely crucial. You see, the finance chart tells one cumulative story about a single total. The oncology plot, on the other hand, tells many individual stories all at once. And while the finance chart is chronological, the oncology plot is sorted by outcome, from the patients who responded the worst all the way to those who responded the best.
Before we start the example, let me tell you something important. If you ever feel stuck with your graphs, research, or data analysis, don't worry. You don't have to struggle alone. At Intudo4U.com, you can get step-by-step guidance from expert writers, tutors, and data analysts. Whether it's creating waterfall graphs, writing reports, or making your research look professional, Intudo4U is here to help you succeed. Let's make an example. Imagine you have data for sales across months. Instead of showing them as a flat chart, a 3D waterfall plot stacks the data step by step, like cascading steps, so you can see the progression, rises, and drops clearly in 3 dimensions. Heavy checkmark use color gradients to highlight increases and decreases. Heavy checkmark add grid lines and labels so the graph looks professional. Heavy checkmark adjust the 3D angle/view to make patterns more visible. Heavy checkmark keep the plot clean and simple, so the focus stays on your data. A 3D waterfall plot is perfect for students, researchers, and professionals who want to show trends over time or categories in a unique and powerful way. Lightbulb need expert help with graphs, reports, or research writing. Visit backhand index pointing right into Intudo4U.com. Thumbs up, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tutorials on data visualization and advanced graphs.